India, a land of ancient history and a lively democracy, has always been a place of great significance. From the ancient Indus Valley civilization to the powerful empires of the Mauryas and Mughals, India's rich cultural heritage has left an indelible mark on the world. Today, India is a really important player in the world, not just because of its past, but because of its dynamic present and promising future. Its influence extends across various domains, including politics, economics, and culture. After British rule ended in 1947, India emerged as a leader in the non-aligned movement during the Cold War, choosing not to align with any major power blocs. This stance allowed India to maintain its sovereignty and advocate for global peace and cooperation. Now, India's place in the world is even more complicated. It navigates a complex web of international relations, balancing its traditional values with modern aspirations. Its friendships with other countries, problems at home, and dreams for the future all mix together, shaping its role in the 21st century. India's domestic challenges, such as poverty, education, and healthcare, are intertwined with its global ambitions. India's way of dealing with other countries has changed a lot since it became independent in 1947. Initially, it focused on building a new nation and supporting other countries in their quest for independence. At first, it focused on helping other countries become independent and not taking sides. This approach earned India respect and admiration from newly independent nations around the world. But now, it's more practical and stands up for itself more. India's foreign policy has evolved to reflect its growing economic and military power, as well as its desire to play a more assertive role on the global stage. Its growing economy, new technologies, and a stronger sense of itself have given India the confidence to go after what it wants in the world. The rise of the Indian tech industry and the expansion of its market economy have positioned India as a key player in global trade and innovation. As a powerful country with over 1 billion people and a fast-growing economy, other big countries both want to be friends with India and challenge it. India's demographic dividend with a large and youthful population is seen as both an opportunity and a challenge. Its relationships with China, Russia, the United States, and Pakistan are especially important, each with its own unique story, shared interests, and disagreements. Navigating these relationships requires a delicate balance of diplomacy, strategy, and pragmatism. Dealing with these complicated relationships while fixing problems at home will decide where India goes in the years to come. The future of India on the global stage will be shaped by its ability to address internal challenges and leverage its strengths in international affairs. The relationship between India and China, two ancient countries and rising superpowers, is one of the most important in the world. It's a relationship with both teamwork and competition, shaped by past events, fights over borders, and trade between them. These two countries have a long and complicated history going back hundreds of years. They used to be connected by the Silk Road, a bunch of trade routes that helped them share cultures and become richer. But the 1900s saw them grow apart, with fights over borders and different political beliefs. Lately, trade has become a big part of their relationship. China is now India's biggest trading partner, and both countries know that working together on trade is good for them. But they still haven't agreed on where their border is, and that causes problems. The fighting in the Galwan Valley in 2020, the worst fighting in a long time, reminded everyone that peace along the border is fragile. Even with these tensions, both sides have talked to each other and tried to manage their disagreements. The recent move of soldiers away from the border is good, but there's still a lot to do to build trust and fix the real problems. India and Russia have been close friends for a long time because of their shared history, similar beliefs, and things they both want. This bond has been nurtured over decades, with both nations finding common ground in their pursuit of mutual growth and stability. This friendship, which started during the Cold War, has survived lots of changes in the world and is still really important to India. The Cold War era saw the two countries standing together against various global pressures, creating a foundation of trust and cooperation. Russia has been selling weapons to India for many years, helping India's army become stronger. This military cooperation has not only fortified India's defense capabilities but also fostered a sense of security and reliability between the two nations. But they're more than just military partners. Their relationship extends into various fields, including science, culture, and business. Collaborative efforts in these areas have led to significant advancements and mutual benefits. Russia has always supported India's goals in the world, like becoming a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. This support has been crucial for India as it seeks to play a more prominent role on the global stage. The two countries also work together on energy, space, and science. Joint ventures in these fields have led to groundbreaking discoveries and innovations, further solidifying their partnership. Lately, things have gotten a little more complicated between India and Russia. Geopolitical shifts and emerging alliances have introduced new dynamics into their relationship. Russia is becoming closer with China, which has raised eyebrows in India and other parts of the world. India is becoming closer with the United States, seeking to diversify its strategic partnerships and ensure its national interests are safeguarded. And the world is changing. These evolving alliances reflect the complex and interconnected nature of modern geopolitics. This makes people wonder what will happen to their friendship. Analysts and observers are keenly watching how these changes will impact the long-standing bond between India and Russia, but both countries still want to be close and find new ways to work together. They are exploring new avenues for collaboration, ensuring that their partnership remains relevant and beneficial. India likes that Russia helps balance power in the world and sees its friendship with Russia as important for making its own decisions. This balance is crucial for India's strategic autonomy and its ability to navigate the global landscape. As India deals with the complicated world of the 21st century, its friendship with Russia will still be a big part of how it deals with other countries. This enduring relationship will continue to shape India's foreign policy and its approach to international relations. The relationship between India and the US has changed a lot in the 21st century, going from distant to close friends. This transformation has been driven by a variety of factors, including shared democratic values, mutual economic interests, and a common vision for regional stability. Over the years, both nations have recognized the importance of working together to address global challenges and seize opportunities for growth and development. Because they both want to stop terrorism, keep the Indo-Pacific area free and open, and improve trade, these two democracies have become important partners. Their collaboration extends to various sectors, including defense, technology, and energy. By joining forces, India and the US aim to create a safer and more prosperous world for their citizens. The end of the Cold War made it easier for them to become friends. With the dissolution of the Soviet Union, geopolitical dynamics shifted, allowing India and the US to explore new avenues of cooperation. This period marked the beginning of a more open and constructive dialogue between the two nations. A big agreement about nuclear energy in 2008 was a huge moment, showing a new era of trust and teamwork. This landmark deal not only strengthened bilateral ties, but also paved the way for increased collaboration in the field of clean energy and technology. It underscored the commitment of both nations to work together for a sustainable future. Since then, they've been working together more on defense, trade, technology, and even just regular people getting to know each other. Cultural exchanges and educational programs have played a significant role in fostering mutual understanding and respect. These initiatives have helped bridge the gap between the two societies, creating a foundation for long-term friendship. China becoming more powerful has made India and the US even closer. The rise of China as a global power has prompted both nations to reassess their strategic priorities and deepen their partnership. By working together, India and the US aim to counterbalance China's influence and ensure a stable and secure Indo-Pacific region. Both countries are worried about China's actions in the Indo-Pacific area and want to work together to keep things peaceful and fair there. Their joint efforts include enhancing maritime security, promoting freedom of navigation, and supporting the rule of law. These measures are crucial for maintaining regional stability and protecting the interests of all nations in the Indo-Pacific. The Quad, a group with India, the US, Japan, and Australia, shows this shared goal. This strategic alliance aims to promote a free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific, ensuring that the region remains a hub of economic growth and development. The Quad's collaborative efforts span various domains, including security, infrastructure, and disaster response. The India-US relationship isn't always easy. Despite their strong partnership, there are challenges that need to be addressed. Differences in trade policies, climate change strategies, and geopolitical stances can sometimes create friction between the two nations. They don't always agree on trade, climate change, or Russia's invasion of Ukraine. These disagreements highlight the complexities of international relations and the need for continuous dialogue and negotiation. However, both nations remain committed to finding common ground and working through their differences. But the main reason they're friends is still strong. Their shared values of democracy, freedom, and human rights form the bedrock of their relationship. These principles guide their actions and decisions, fostering a sense of solidarity and mutual respect. As India tries to do well in a changing world, its partnership with the United States will continue to be a big part of its plan. This enduring alliance will help both nations navigate the complexities of the 21st century, ensuring that they remain strong and resilient in the face of global challenges. The relationship between India and Pakistan has been difficult and often unfriendly. Since they became separate countries in 1947, they've fought several wars and had many smaller fights. The arguments about Kashmir are still a big problem. Even though they sometimes try to talk, it's hard to make real peace because they don't trust each other and want different things. India has lots of problems at home, rich and poor people not being equal, needing to build more roads and things like that, and healthcare are some of the big ones. Also, India has many different kinds of people, and it has to manage different religions and social groups while trying to make sure everyone has a good life. Trying to become modern while keeping its traditions is also hard. India likes to work with many other countries and make its own decisions. By joining different world groups, India can be independent and still work with others. This lets India be friends with powerful countries like the US, China, and Russia, without depending too much on any one of them. In the future, India will become even more important in the world. Because it has a lot of young people, its economy could grow a lot. But India needs to fix its problems at home to make that happen. In a fast-changing world, India's ability to change and come up with new ideas will be important for its success. As India continues to make its own decisions, it will play a big role in shaping the future of the world.